Things are definitely moving fast ahead of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's eviction from Royal Lodge, literally. Because as our exclusive video and photographs show, a white, unmarked removal lorry has arrived and driven straight through the gates of his 31-room mansion this morning.
If anyone believed Andrew Mountbatten Windsor still had plenty of time at Royal Lodge, that belief now appears to be over. Early this morning at around 10:30, a white removal van was seen entering the gates of Royal Lodge in Windsor. This was not a survey visit or workers stopping by, but a real moving truck. That single sight made it clear that this move is no longer just talk. It is real, and it is moving quickly. Reports shared by The Sun say Andrew may return the keys to Royal Lodge by the time he turns 66 in February. Some sources even claim he could leave before the end of this month. After years of refusal delays and silent tension inside Palace walls, the situation has now reached a point where belongings are being packed and furniture is being taken out. Royal Lodge is not an ordinary home. Andrew first moved into the property in 2003 after paying £1 million up front for a 75-year lease on what had been the home of the late Queen Mother. Along with that agreement, he is said to have spent about £7.5 million on major renovation work. The residence was transformed into a large white estate with impressive rooms, well-kept grounds, and a lifestyle that continued quietly even after his public reputation collapsed. Despite everything that followed, Andrew stayed there for many years. He was often seen riding around the Windsor estate, living in a way that many people believed no longer fit his position or situation. It took long-lasting pressure to push him toward leaving, and even then the process moved slowly. What eventually changed the situation was a mix of developments. Reports surfaced that he continued emailing Jeffrey Epstein even after saying in a 2019 television interview that all contact had ended. It also came out that he had never paid rent to the Crown Estate for Royal Lodge. By October, Buckingham Palace confirmed that Andrew had given up his lease and would be relocating to the Sandringham estate, with King Charles covering the costs of his new arrangement. Now we are beginning to see what this change truly looks like. Andrew's new place will be Marsh Farm, a former farmhouse on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, located about 2 miles west of the King Sandringham House, near the village of Wolverton. It is a completely different setting from Royal Lodge, both in scale and comfort. Renovation work is already in progress. When journalists visited earlier this week, they saw at least 6 workers busy inside and outside the building, even with bad weather conditions. Heavy equipment was parked on the grass. Electricians were inside updating the wiring. New doors were lined up and ready to be installed. Security lights were being fitted along with CCTV systems. A vehicle from a specialist security firm was parked nearby. Tall wooden fences have now been placed around the property to improve privacy and safety. Even though it is royal property, Marsh Farm had been empty for many years. It was last used by a tenant farmer who died some time ago, and the buildings were left in a poor and neglected condition. The electrical and sewage systems needed major upgrades, and the inside of the house required significant work before anyone could live there comfortably. Today, another small but meaningful sign appeared. Sky TV was being installed at the farmhouse. A satellite dish was seen being fitted, which suggests Andrew is already getting ready for everyday life there rather than viewing it as a distant plan. Sources say that before Marsh Farm is completely finished, Andrew will move temporarily into an even smaller home on the Sandringham estate, where he is expected to stay until around Easter. The renovation work at Marsh Farm is said to be scheduled for completion by April, as long as there are no serious delays. This relocation was not simple or smooth. During talks last year, Andrew is reported to have suggested a different option. He proposed moving into Frogmore Cottage on the Windsor estate, but only if Sarah Ferguson could take Adelaide Cottage. That suggestion was rejected and nothing came of it. What stands out now is how fast everything appears to be happening. For years, the idea of Andrew leaving Royal Lodge felt symbolic and endlessly discussed, but never carried out. Today, a removal lorry has arrived. Renovation work is fully underway. Security systems are being installed. Television services are being set up. Temporary housing has already been arranged. This process is no longer a theory. It is real and unfolding right now. I am curious to know what you think. Do you believe this is truly the final move, or do you think Andrew will try to reopen talks again in the future? What is your view on how quickly this has all moved? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay informed on the latest royal updates, make sure you are subscribed.